How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to My Comic Life, where today is my new comic book day for Discount Comic Book Service. I got my Discount Comic Book Service box. Oh, it's such a beautiful day to wake up to new comics, even though I am so far behind on my reading. So I thought we would take a look, see what comics Discount Comic Book Service sent to me. It's not as big as last month. Last month was my biggest month. I think I had almost like 17 pounds worth of comics, and this one does seem quite a bit lighter, but it's so good to get comics delivered to your house, and you don't have to drive. Like for me, I don't have to drive to my comic book store, which is about, at the end, going back and forth, is almost like 45 to 50 miles. So, got two big old thing of comics. It says on here, let's see how many comics does it say that they delivered to me. And I did the math, and my next I decided to, most of my new number ones or anything that's coming out, I'm trying to take and put into Discount Comic Book Services, and I'm now going to be having them delivering to me twice a month. And I spent, like, this month, this upcoming purchase, I spent around $312, which is a lot for a lot of people. But for me, I saved almost $100 by purchasing them early on Discount Comic Book Services. So the savings is so unreal. I'm literally getting, I think my next comic book purchase is $3.09 per comic. It's almost $1 or 90 cents off on each comic. So some great stuff there. Let's see how many comics it says I have on here. 35 comics, and they come out to $90.91. That is some great savings right there. Oh, cool, awesome. Descendants, issue number 1, looks amazing. Love the color in there. The color to this cover is beautiful, and the abstractness of the cover is really gorgeous. Ooh, Cold Blood Samurai issue number 2, Cold Blood Samurai issue number 1 was really, really interesting, especially with the anamorphic animals that you got in here, where you have samurai frog and some lizard people. Really awesome. But look at that cover. That cover with the tree and our main hero is beautiful. And look at that crab. Look at that crab right there. Really nice. But this is being put out by Action Lab. This is my first series I've actually liked from them, and so I'm definitely excited to continue on with that series. A new number 1 by Terry Moore, 5 years, issue number 1. I was hoping, because on Discount Comic Book Service they showed the cover and it was black and white. I was like, oh, that's a cool little cover. Let's see if maybe the inside's black and white. Oh, it is. Okay, yep, the inside's black and white. Really intrigued to read this one. Like the cover when it was just black and white, or when they were showing it, it looked really intriguing. So this is by Abstract Studios. So intrigued to give this one a try. And with these new number 1s that I'm picking up, I'm going to do an independent or a spotlight video where I'll just be talking about that single issue. And so you don't have to wait for me to do my new series, Too Many Comics. So I'll talk about them there, and I'll also talk about them independently. So you can, this is one I was really waiting for. The Goon issue number 2. This is the Alex Ross variant. This cost me, I think, like $6, but in its cardstock. Oh yeah, you feel a difference in the quality of the cover with the cardstock. But look at that. That's so beautiful. The Goon issue number 2. Really excited to read this one. Just read issue number 1 the other day, and it really set up the world of the Goon and made me intrigued to see what happens next. by Mad Cave, Honor and Curse, issue number 4. Beautiful cover. This series has been really intriguing. I love the look into the samurai world or in feudal Japan, and it's some really cool story. It has an anime feel to it, and the last issue, it really felt like a Dragon Ball Z almost type of thing going off. Offbeats, issue number 3. Really enjoyed issue number 1. So, and I know that issue number 2 should be in here because this book missed a couple months. So, glad that they're finally catching up. Avant-Garde, issue number 5. This series I've been enjoying quite a bit. The character development with these different characters, they're really well done. They're all very unique and they're very funny. Like everything about this book is just lighthearted, and if you're looking for a good lighthearted book, Avant-Garde could be for you. Especially if you get tired of the whole superhero drama. Avant-Garde is a good lightness to it. Strange cover, but Tainted Love, issue number 2. This series is about this girl who dates really bad dudes, and they're all become supervillains, and she finally decides that she's going to date a hero, and then the hero becomes a supervillain. So she is definitely a bad omen for anybody she dates, and it's quite it's a fun book. Image Comics, The Warning, issue number 7. Couple issues behind on this one. The cover is very violent, and the series as a whole is okay. I like how each and every issue, you never know where you're going to be in the past, in the future, or at present, but it's all about an incoming invasion. William the Last, issue number 3. This is a really intriguing book. It's very much like a fairy tale, and it'll go by like that, but the art is what keeps me coming back with this. This book is written and the art's done by Brian Shearer. So it's really I like how each story arc is 4 issues, and then it gets a new number 1. So you're able to jump on at any point, it feels like. And a book that I decided to give a try with a Source Point Press, Floppy Cop, issue number 1. It looked like just like a fun little cartoon type of book, and at like $3 a comic, I was like, why not? I'm really intrigued to read this because it seems like it has a feeling of an old 50s to 60s cartoon or 70s. So really intrigued. I love it. I'm getting all these different comics that I'm just like, I can't wait to find out what this world is like. Nobody in Control, Part 1. No idea what this is about. It was supposed to come out, I think, in February, but then it got pushed back until now. So, intrigued to read that one by Black Mass. Black Mass has been putting out some interesting things as of late. And here's Offbeats, issue number 2. Think of Tintin meets Quentin Tarantino. That's what this book is like. I just really love the coloring in that, with the dark blacks with that dark blue. It's really beautiful. I thought that this was all a brand new series, but this is book 8 of Princesses, or Princeless. I do know that Comixology has a bunch of free issues of this one to read in the Marvel Unlimited, or Comixology Unlimited, so I'll read that there and see if I want to continue on with the series. Oh, good! These are a whole bunch of Discount Comic Book Services had a relisting of all of Sword Daughter, and I really wanted to check this series out. And good, they're all number 1 printings. So we got Sword Daughter, issue number 1. And they're all out of order because they haven't shipped me every single issue yet. issue number 4. Just beautiful covers. Issue number 6. And issue number 5. So that's it for the first batch of comics. And I got a whole nother comics. That's what I love about independent comics. You're going into different worlds each and every time. And yes, some of them are not the greatest books in the world. But when you do get those great books, it's just a magical experience. And I love how going into every single series, I just don't know what to expect. One moment I can be in a fantasy world. The next moment I could be out on the stars. Next moment I could be on a basketball court with a whole bunch of girls and hearing about their drama. It's just, everything just feels so fresh when you're reading independent comics. Alright, here's the second batch. We have here Jungle Comics, issue number 1 by Antarctic Press. Really cool looking cover, and I'm really intrigued to read it. It might be just a little dumb little stories, but I'm intrigued. Ooh, yeah. Gunning for Hits, issue number 5, the music thriller. This series has been amazing. Each issue is packed with so much content in there that you definitely tell the medium of comics is being fully utilized in this series. New number 1, Eve Strange by Black Crown, the IDW imprint. Atomic Robo, issue number 5. Alien Resistance. Let me get myself something to help with my throat. It's been feeling quite itchy as of late. Excuse me. But Alien Resistance is taking place after the video game, and is continuing on with Amanda Connor. The art has been really stellar in this series. The pacing has been nice and slow for an Alien series, because Alien, I expect to be slow, and you do get that, but there's quite a bit of action in here. But it seems like everything's building up to when the Alien comes into play. Forgot that I picked up this one. Van Fleet's issue number 1. I thought I took this one off, but I guess I didn't. I think I did. Because I remember I was like, I went in, I was like, I don't think I want this one, but I got it. Well, I'll give it a try. Huh. I love it. I'm looking, I'm like, did I really order this? Haunted Hycons by SourcePoint Press. Issue number 1. The Darkness Rises. I like these characters with their face masks or the face paint. Really cool. I'm looking at this, I'm like, whoa, okay, I bought that. Been really enjoying Sweetie. It's a little cool little superhero type book where our girl is Sweetie. She can mimic anything she sees on TV, so she watches a whole bunch of kung fu movies and whatnot. And she can kick ass and take names. Some fun, just some fun stuff. Spencer and Locke series 2. I am not ready series 1, but I have heard only great things about this series. I've heard it's what's that classic book series with the kid going down the sled with his dog, or with his don't need to wake up now. But anyways, I've only heard great things, so I'm excited to check that book out. Another book I didn't realize I picked up, The Mighty Mascots, issue number 1 by Alterna Comics. This book was only like 90 cents for me, so I was like, alright, I'll go pick that up. The final issue of Murder Falcon. This has been a really good series, going in depth into the psychology of someone who has a terminal illness and the after effects it can have on the people around him. All the while, they're killing monsters, big old monsters. It's some really cool stuff. Over on issue number 4, I've been liking this series quite a bit more with each and every issue. I can't stand our girl character, the main female character, but Oberon himself, I do enjoy. Samurai Jack, Lost World, issue number 1. I remember watching the cartoon as a kid and loving it, and hearing that it was coming back as a comic by IDW. I could not help myself. Light Princess, issue number 4. This Picture Publishing Presents, or K-Picture Publishing Presents, has been a really cool little new publisher. And they've been publishing quite interesting. Appalachian Apocalypse was their first one. It's a cool little zombie flick type of comic. And then you got Blessed Machines, which is a really cool sci-fi book. And then Light Princess, which is a take on a fairy tale, which is really beautiful. Like the art, like especially the thing that stood out to me about the first issue was that just the way that the writer, I can't get really focused. The writer does his does the lettering. It's like it has so much flavor to it with the lettering that it just was like, it blew me away. It was like, wow, I'm just so used to lettering just being almost the same, where in the Light Princess it feels unique and different with each and every character. James Bond 007, issue number 7. Really cool cover there. The series I've been enjoying. It's not as good as the films that have come out before it, Skyfall and whatnot, but it's just some good old James Bond action. All right, Morning in America, issue number 3. The first issue was a lot of setup. Don't know really who the villain is in the series, but I'm definitely down to keep on picking this book up. And my final book that I got in my discount comic book service, Comic Lot, Orphan Age, issue number 2. Haven't read issue number 1 yet. Needed to get on that, but definitely excited to have issue number 2 on my shelf. So I have way too many comics, and just more comics that I have to read and try to catch up on. But it's awesome to wake up and have comics just waiting for you at your doorstep. Nothing better than that. And I love how with every single issue, I'm looking at how like the corners and everything, and they're all very crisp and really well done. So you definitely tell the discount comic services when they packing the comics, they're definitely taking care of the product. So I highly recommend everyone check out discount comic book services, because getting comics to your doorstep for a low price or lower price than retail is always good. So my name's David. If you liked what you've seen here, please rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys have picked up as of late. And I will be reviewing some of these comics on my comic spotlight, where I'll spotlight one comic, and hopefully that will entice you to go check it out if it's good. If it's bad, I'll also tell you, hey, maybe you want to stay away or trade weight for it. So my name's David Lee, and I'll see you guys next time on My Comic Life.